Okay, so the next number here is 262. I have underlined a 2 that is in the hundreds place. Okay, which place? Hundreds. So what is the place value of 2? That will be 200. Why did I write 200 here? Because 2 is in the hundreds place, and as you know, in 100 we add 2 zeros, so it becomes 200, the place value. And what is the face value of 2? The face value of 2 will be 2. Okay, I told you just now, moments ago, that the face value of a particular number will always be the number itself. Okay, we can practice one more number here. Say for example 706. Okay, 706. Now if I underline 0 over here, okay, now 6 is in ones place, 0 is in tens, and 7 is in hundreds. Okay, now I have underlined 0. That means you have to find out the place value of 0 and the face value of 0. Now remember one thing very nicely, okay, that if that the place value and face value of 0 will always be 0. Now over here the place value of 0 is 0, and here also 0. Now why did I write 0 over here? Since 0 is in the tens place. Okay, so because 0 is in the tens place, so I am not going to write 0 zeros over here, because if you write 1 0 or if you write 100 0, 0 will always be 0. Okay, so the place value of 0 is 0 and the face value of 0 will be 0 again. Is it clear? I hope you have understood these examples. Okay, so based on this, on page number 21 you have an exercise given. I will do the first number with you, and the remaining numbers you will do it as your homework. Okay, so this is on page 21, exercise A. Okay, the first question is 178 and 7 is circled over there. Okay, there are 2 blanks given here. So in the first blank it is already done. It is written as 7 tens, and the next blank is 7 into 10 is equal to 70. Now I want you to pay attention over here. Okay, as you can see we have 178 given. Okay, 7 is circled. Now I told you that 7 is in the tens place. Okay, so we wrote 7 tens. Okay, in the first blank. Then again in the next blank what you will do, you will write the number 7 since it is in the tens place. So write the value here into 10 is equal to 7 tens are 70. So we write 70. Okay, in the same way if you see the next number, number 2, it is given here 247, and again 7 is circled, but this time the 7 is in the ones place. So what are we going to write in the first blank? 7 ones. Since it is in the ones place, 7 ones. Then in the next blank we will write 7 into 1 is equal to 7. Okay, pay attention once again. 7 is in the ones place, so we wrote 7 ones. Then in the next blank you write the number first, that is circled, into the place value. Now the 7 is in the ones place. Ones means only 1, so we wrote 1. So 7 into 1 is equal to 7. In the same way, if a number is in the hundreds place, so you will write the number, then hundreds, then the number into 100 and write the answer. So I have done the first 2 numbers. The remaining number you will do it, the remaining numbers you will do it yourself as your homework. Whatever homework is there, at the end of this session I will write it on the board so that you will know. Okay. Then on page number 22 now, we have exercise A. Okay. Now it is the same thing based on face value and place value. There are two columns given here. Okay. There is a column in the right hand side and left hand side. Okay. I will do the column that is in the left hand side, and the right hand column you will do it for your homework. Okay. So in the left hand column, the first number. Now what you have to do here is write the face value of the circled digits in the following cases. You have to write the face value. Okay. So the first number is 257, and which number is circled here? That is 5. So the answer will be what? It will be 5 itself, because I told you that face value of a number is always the number itself. Okay. Then the the third, you have the numbers here in odd. Okay. All the odd numbers are in the left hand side, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So the next is 750, and which is circled here? 0 is circled. So what will be the face value of 0? It is again 0. Then the next number is 843. Now what is circled over here? 8. So once again, what is the face value of 8? It is 8 itself. Then next we have 611. So what is circled here? 6. Which number is circled? 6. So what is the face value of 6? It is 6 itself. And then the last one is 971. The number circled is 7. So what is the face value of 7? It is 7 itself. Okay. So I have done this classwork with you. The left hand column, the right hand column numbers is for your homework. Okay. Then on the same page we have exercise B. Now in exercise B, what you have to do, a number is given, you have to write the face value of the number as well the place value of the given number. Okay. Like for example, you see, you have the heading on top, that is number, then face value, and then place value. Okay. The first number is number 1, that is 197. And what is circled over here? 9. So whichever numbers are circled or underlined, always you have to find the place and face value of that number. Okay. We have 9 here. Now as you can see, 7 is in the ones place, 9 is in tens, and 1 is in hundreds. So what is the face value of 9? It will be 9 itself. I told you that a face value of a particular number is the number itself. What is the place value of 9? It is in which place? Tens place. So the place value of 9 becomes 90. 90. Is it clear? So in the same way, the remaining numbers that are there, you will do it as your homework. I have done the first one with you so that you will understand it. So the next numbers, you will do it yourself. Okay. And on page number 23, once again, there is an exercise given based on same face value and place value. That also you will do it for your homework. Okay. Now we move to the last topic of this chapter, that is expanded form and compact form. Okay, what is expanded form and compact form. Now, just I'll give you some examples here. Suppose I write a number here, 421. Okay. Now, expanded form means what? Expanded form means you have to expand these numbers. You have to make the numbers big, look bigger. But remember one important thing. The value of these numbers will not change. Okay. Although you are expanding the numbers, you are making the numbers look bigger, but its value should not change. Now, when you look here, 1 is in 1's place, 2 is in 10's place, 4 is in 100's place. Now when you expand these numbers, so what we'll do, since 4 is in 100's place, we write 400 because 100 has 2 zeros in it. Okay. The next number is 2. 2 is in 10's place, so we will write 2 and a 0 with it, 20. And then the last is 1. So we have 400 plus 20 plus 1. Okay. This is how we do expanded form. As you can see, this and this, the value of these numbers are same. If you read this 421, if you read this 421, the values of these numbers is not changing. Okay. So whenever you expand a number, expand, as I told you, make it big, make it look bigger, the value of it does not change. Okay. In the same way, its opposite is compact form. Compact form means making the numbers look small, but once again without changing its value. Okay. Take for example, if I write 700 plus 30 plus 8. Okay, as you can see, I have written here 700 plus 30 plus 8. Now what you have to do? You have to write these numbers in compact. Compact means small. Make it look small, but without changing the value. Okay. Now when you write the numbers in compact form, what are you going to do? You are going to see the first number of the place. Okay. The first number here is 7. So we write 7 first. Then the next number here in this place is 3. So we write 3. And the last number is 8 alone. So it is 8. 738. When you read both these numbers, you will find there is no difference between them. Okay. This is read as 738 and here also 738. Okay. It is just the opposite. Expanded form means making a number look bigger by not changing its value. Compact form means making a number look smaller, once again by not changing its value. Is it clear? I hope you have understood expanded form and compact form. This is the last topic of this chapter. Now based on this, some exercises are given. Okay, this is the last exercise.